Today is Saturday, the 16th of May, 2015. I'm Anna Kooiman. And out of this world. Does this involve
Dave wanted to know if it was me. It was the strangest thing he saw. No, it was UFO. We'll get to that.
UFO. You put the U in UFO, Clayton. Good morning.
Hey, good morning,
to you, Anna.
Good morning. Great to see
nice
you
to
guys.
see you.
Pretty in pink this morning, and boy, this mystery deepens now around that Amtrak train.
To walk it back this week, but will the answer to that question haunt Jeb Bush's campaign if he decides to run? Joining us now for a fair and balanced debate. So do you think that he potentially just, like he said, he misinterpreted the question, now he's walking that answer back, and it's not going to hurt him, or do you think it will?
I don't think it will hurt him because, look, this was a very...
Potentially a staff error. He's been criticized for not coming out quick enough to make that clarification, saying, look, I just misinterpreted the question.
I don't think so. I mean, I think that the real might even be some upswing from this, and people would get to see what kind of man he is. I mean, he seems very connected.
Then she immediately proceeds in her book to go ahead and blame Bush and say
the aisle right here. I mean, it's very different for a brother to talk about a brother like that versus someone who's going to be running against.
I mean, this is issue number one in a lot of
100%.
respects, and he should have had those talking points ready. Some have said maybe he's a little rusty. Maybe Jeb Bush isn't as good of a candidate as some conservatives initially thought. Others say, no, he just misinterpreted the question.
He might be slower at it.
Thank you so much.
That's
all the time we have. Appreciate it. 26 minutes after the hour coming up. Living on the edge. Literally. Clayton, thanks so much. When it comes to protecting your skin from the sun's harmful rays, you can't always trust what you read there on the bottle. Nearly 1/3 of sunscreens tested by Consumer Reports fell short of the promised SPF number. So what do we need to know to keep our skin safe? So what can we use instead?
So I brought you several choices. So we start with the Christy Brinkley Recapture Day. This has an SPF of 30. It also has IR defense because we know that you have to protect against the sun. You want broad spectrum.
This Neutrogena spray, you know, it's always so hard to catch the kids as they're running through the sprinkler and then they're wet, but this will work even if your skin's wet?
That's right. So
okay, next up, Aveeno.
Aveeno, this is Protect and Hydrate. This is an SPF 50, and it's also hydrating. This uses oatmeal. Science, you want clinical testing, you want studies behind it, instead of just words.
And doctor, we have one more and not a lot of time to get to it.
Okay, that's the Helioplex. That's the
that we want to get out in the sun. It's after the hour on your Saturday morning. Coming up
For Memorial Day weekend, of course, so many people, millions and millions of people are going to hit the road, and hopefully the weather will be good enough. Well, Expedia has identified some of the road driving habits that we can't stand.
Well, the first one is the text.
You think?
Oh, men, of course.
Men, right?
Yeah, because they're
anxious to go.
And that's annoying, but it's not half as bad as the next two. The left.
I'm going to give the left lane hog to the women.
I actually was going to do the same.
Yeah, women
what
like
about the multitasker? This is probably the women too. We're sitting there, we're like putting on our lipstick, we're giving the kids goldfish in the back seat.
I totally admire that.
Until they get
you
into an
crash
accident
and burn.
Because you reach around to get your baby's hat.
Everyone focuses on the accidents, but think of all the people who accomplish so much in the car and don't get in accidents. It's them for their versatility.
Because it's deplorable.
Because it's deplorable.
What are your biggest driving pet peeves? Share them this morning with us. We'll keep adding to the list. We'll tally it up and see who wins at the end of the show.
What about the passenger or the backseat driver, or the person who can't keep it on one radio station?
I got a whole list. I'm going to pull them out.
Backseat driver makes my palm sweat just thinking about it.
Share
I'm going to look through my list.
All right, some other stories making headlines in your Saturday.
Huff helium, which works. Cheaper. Pyramid, fantastic. Well, here's a question. Should illegal immigrants be allowed to serve in the